Hey guys, Dr. Lauren back here, walking you through today all about orthotics. What do they look like? How do they work? What are they used for? Perhaps you've caught yourself thinking at home, do I even need these? Do they work? Are they going to make my feet weaker? In absence of being told by your clinician, hey, you could benefit from these, oftentimes people are wondering this stuff at home. So let's walk through it. So what is an orthotic? Here you go. I have a couple of samples here. Just think of them like an insole that's already in your shoe. It just adds a little extra support, and it's specifically designed to your needs, whether it be your foot's needs, your body needs, whatever. How they work. So your foot, your body is exposed to different forces as you go through your walking gait. The purpose of an orthotic with these different accommodations that we build inside of them is to redirect some of those forces or offload painful areas of the foot. Think of it as putting your foot and your body in proper alignment so it can do its best job. So how an orthotic works, as it redistributes those forces, it puts your foot into that proper alignment. Think of it kind of like glasses, okay? They're meant to decrease the stress, decrease load on your body and the foot by acting as an aid. No, it's not necessarily correcting a problem, but it's helping you manage it. In some cases, there are different treatments you can work with alongside an orthotic that help address a specific issue, but think of this as your little helper in your shoe. So, does it weaken the foot muscles? Short answer is no, it's not meant to. It's meant to help you put yourself in the right alignment so you're using the right muscles at the right time for any given task or activity. So I'll walk you through a couple different kinds here. Now, remember, anytime we're prescribing or fitting a person for an orthotic, it is custom to them. So what works for one person may not work for another. It's going to come into a balance of what you're looking for, what we think your best needs are, in terms of which one we're picking for you. So something like this, a bit thinner, I typically advise this for patients for like skinny footwear, such as like a soccer cleat, certain athletic footwear where you need something thinner, where you just don't have a lot of space in the shoe to begin with. Along that line, we also have things like a half width one, where that might work well in a dress shoe or really slim shoe with a narrow toe. I have other dress shoe options where it's a bit skinnier, typically for more ladies' footwear. Again, not taking up very much room in your shoe at all. Remembering that this part of the orthotic here is meant to be the most help. Anything after this is a bit extra. Then your typical kind of everyday one here, nice and cushioned and soft and comfortable. Again, these are just a couple examples of things we have in the clinic, but everything's, again, specific to the person. Now, there is always a break-in period as well. I typically advise 1 to 2 hours that first day, even if they feel great, trying to add an hour or two each day till you get to up to a full working day. If they feel okay by then, you should be good to go. Remembering, an orthotic should not be painful ever. It should not be uncomfortable. It should be an aid to you. The more comfortable it is, the more chances you're going to wear it more often. The more you wear it, the better you feel and the better orthotic works for you. So let's walk through a couple reasons why you could benefit from orthotics, things you have going on where you're like, hey, maybe those could help me. So big one being any Achilles issues. So the pain at the heel, at the back of your ankle here, base of the foot here, could be due to tight calf muscle, tendon issues here, inflammation at the site. Orthotics can help with that. Another popular one is IT band issues. So that's tension on the outside of your hip, down that outer portion of your leg. It typically presents as outer knee pain. Again, something that orthotics can help with it as it adjusts the ankle's position, therefore the rotation of your whole leg. Another one being pain at the ball of your foot here. So we call that metatarsal pain, typically at the heads of the toes here. So offloading that pressure with an orthotic can do wonders. Another one, pain in between the toes, typically from compressive tight footwear. Things like dress shoes, cleats, stuff like that can cause some irritation of the nerves between the toes, causing quite a bit of pain. Offloading that can do wonders sometimes. The quite popular plantar fascia pain, it feels like we all have had it at some point in our lives. That'll typically present as pain at the heel, anywhere along the arch, or even at the big toe. That's due to inflammation and overlapping of scar tissue that builds up at the site there. it becomes tight, especially overnight. And then that first step in the morning can be excruciating. We're re-tearing some of that scar tissue and it's quite uncomfortable. You just begin that inflammatory process all over again every morning. So you really have to offload that area, cushion it, address the root problem itself. But again, big one for orthotics. Another common one is shin splints. So it's any pain along the front of the leg. I've seen them on the inside, the outside of people's legs, but it's typically happening in the front. That's usually an overuse problem. So something biomechanically is not functioning properly with the foot and ankle. You're overdoing those muscles in the front. They get tired, they get weak, they get painful. Get that deep gnawing cramp up the front or the side of your leg. Orthotics can help with that. Last one being one people don't often think about is SI joint pain. So pain kind of right on that belt line at the back or even radiating to the side of the hips. So that's where our pelvis is staying neutral and in line, think with the horizon. So any adjusting of the hips due to the feet rolling in and out, those knees rolling in and out can affect that SI joint, but it comes from the position of your leg and foot. So funny enough, orthotics can also help with that. So I hope that's been helpful. We've gotten to take a look at a couple different samples, some reasons why like, hey, maybe I could benefit from these. If you have any questions, please reach out to one of us in the clinic. We'd be happy to answer. Take care, guys.